not for yourself. They need to speak the language that you speak for you to feel loved. But we learn to speak the love language of others. So, maybe Chris speaks gifts and Sarah speaks words of affirmation and Daisy speaks quality time. So I am going to be giving gift things constantly because words they don't mean a lot for him. I'm gonna have to take some time for Daisy. I'm gonna have to be careful the way I talk to Sarah. So that's the way it works. Okay, so let's remember that. Don't be like, oh, whatever, a gift is that. No, this is for others. So you're gonna find someone that speaks this language. We're gonna have to learn. Okay. Yes, they say things like, I was thinking about you. I wanted you to have this. How many times maybe your mom or your grandma, whoever, gave you something so special, When I was 8 and my grandma gave it to me, I was like, what the heck is this? Now that my grandma passed, it is precious. I'm like, wow, my grandma gave me this when I was a few years ago. So I love you. I care for you. I appreciate you. I remember getting my, how do you guys call the thingy that you put here when you get married? Garter? Yeah. Garter? Okay. I remember taking that one and giving it to Naomi. I didn't even remember. The other day she brought it up. It meant a lot to her. We're praying that she'll use it. But it meant a lot to her. So I gave it to her. And I remember, and then the other day she comes with that, I was like, wow. She still has it and it still looks blue, so yeah, that, okay? Now, what is the wrong meaning of a gift? Let's go here. Okay, let me before I say this. The importance of the gift is not the value of the gift, but the emotional love that was communicated by the gift. Okay, now let me tell you something. For you stingy people, don't be using that as an excuse, okay? It's not an excuse, and we're gonna talk about that. If you can buy something good, then buy it good. But if you can't, if you cannot afford a gift, you don't even have to buy it. You can sit down and make it exactly. You can make a card. Okay, you can make something and give it to a person. It's not even about spending money or none of that. Okay, though we're gonna learn what the value or price means, but more important than that is the emotional love that it brings. Okay, you say something to the gift. A gift can be a chocolate. What do you want this chocolate? Oh my God, yes, I want that chocolate. And if I'm not gonna eat it, I want that chocolate because you're giving it to me with all your love. And if the year comes, I'm gonna beat him up for my chocolate. Okay? So yes, I want what you're giving me because that's your way of showing me here, Wally. So what is it that is most important above all things? Emotional love. Okay? Emotional love. And again, don't take it lightly. If somebody else speaks this language, you don't want to take it lightly. Hello, you Dash. Now, the wrong meaning of a gift. Okay? A gift is not. It is not payment for services rendered. Okay? Well, you feel like you owe me, so I'm gonna give you a gift. Well, you can give me a gift out of gratitude. You can give me a gift to say thank you, or I can give you a gift out of gratitude, and I'm not trying to say I'm paying you. Man, Wally, I worked so hard. This is what she gives me. Okay? A gift. Hello? Hello? Oops. Be careful. Hi. How are you guys? Okay, good. You can put it on top of the. Oh, you need it here? Give me the lamp.
Yeah, I just want to see because
It's
Ross
too
is
dark?
telling me that you can see the
Okay. Okay. So, a gift is not a payment for services. If I tell you that I'm going to pay you to do something, okay, and let's say I don't know, you were doing you're cutting the grass, okay, and that costs $40, that is a payment for that. But if you came out of service, out of love, and say, well, I'm going to do this or whatever, and I give you a gift, that does not mean that I give you a little $5 McDonald's card. That does not mean that I'm paying you $5 for that work. It means that I'm trying to say thank you with not just the word thank you, and I thought that you like McDonald's. So $5 are good. I had lunch today, dinner like $5. That's good. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? So a gift is not payment for services rendered. Okay. A gift is not given with strings attached. I didn't even know that term in English until a few months ago when somebody said no strings attached. And I was like, what? No strings attached? I had no idea what that meant. Actually, I kind of misinterpreted the conversation because I did not know what that meant. Okay. So a gift is not given with strings attached. Well, I'm going to give you this. Just you don't owe me anything. I don't know, I'm not expecting anything from you. You can just, you're gonna get this for no reason. I don't know. Okay? Are you serious? They make it fun of me. Okay. So, no strings attached. You're better now than yeah. No strings attached. Okay? So, don't do it to others, and it's not necessarily when somebody gives you a gift, if that is their love language, maybe they really mean it. Okay? Somebody said the other day, "Oh, I have to give you something because you've been giving me this." I was like, "Wow, you know what? You don't have to give me anything because I've been giving you whatever I give you out of my heart. You don't owe me a thing, okay? So be very careful because if somebody speaks this language and they give you a gift and you want to kind of return the gift, you will probably hurt their feelings. It's like take it and don't give nothing. I don't need anything back from you. I don't need a favor or nothing. The other day I felt very, very sad because someone did something great, and then I heard somebody from the family saying, "Oh, he said that every time he gives something, he would just wait for the moment to get something back." Obviously, that person's love language is not gift because a gift does not work that way. You know, I give you what I give you, and that's it. It's done. No strings attached. And a gift is not to cover over past failures. Let me make it up to you. Okay? If the person's language, love language is gift, those words, that phrase alone is just hurtful. You know what I'm saying? You give me a gift out of grace. The Greek word is charis, which means grace, undeserved. Okay? The Greek word for gift is charis. It means, are you good there? How do you spell charis? Charis. I'm sorry, I missed it. Hi, guys. So, it means grace and undeserved gift. Okay? So a gift you give it just because, and you receive it just because. Don't be so prejudiced. They gave me this, let's see what they want. Okay? Maybe because there's people that is that way, but maybe not. So let's just not judge everybody, the same way. It doesn't cover past failures. If you did wrong, apologize. That's all you need to do. I am so sorry. I did you wrong. I'm so sorry I did this. I'm so sorry I missed it. I'm so sorry I said this. I'm so sorry I failed you. That should be enough. Don't be coming to me with a gift because you've been rude to me, because you've been not nice, because you hurt me. I don't want your gift. I want you to honestly say sorry. You can save your money and get your gift. Okay. Well, yes, I did. Okay, so is it nice? Yes, it's nice. I can really mean sorry and want to give you something. But if you really want to give that person something, don't do it at the same time. Say sorry, apologize, and wait, and then be like, hey, sorry about you. But don't mix the apology with the gift because it does not go well together, especially if it's that person's love language. Oh, so this is that's my value. Okay, this is not for real. I don't want it. Now, a gift, developing this language of a gift. Hello, hello. How are you guys? Okay. ¿Ustedes no tienen calor?
Yes.
¿It's a little hot? No?
I
Yes? I'm hot. Please. Okay. How do you develop this? In this love language that we short Because the other one, I guess, is a lot more. Listen. You need to listen and observe. This person is okay. Let's say you do spend time, like you go to the mall, to the stores, or you spend that kind of quality time, or they sleep over, whatever. Probably it's easier. But I assure you, if you stay here for a little long, when we finish Bridges, you will hear some things. You will notice certain things people like. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, girl, when did you get that? Man, Josh, why did you cut your hair? You know, things like that. You know, you know it. If you listen, if you pay attention, you will know that I like boys. If you see my sons, my husband, my son, you will notice that I like boys with long hair. I love the long hair. And when I fell in love,
That's
guess what?
ironic.
Jimmy actually had hair, and he had long hair. Okay, Jimmy had my kind of hair. Okay, I remember when I met Rodrigo, I did not remember his name, but I remember who he was because he had long hair. And when he cut his hair, I got a heart attack. I'm like, what did he do that? You know? Yeah, and he wasn't even my friend or nothing, But I was like, man, look at his hair, So if you stick around and you observe and you listen, if you pay attention, you're gonna know what people like, okay? If you know, you're gonna know that, Esther like turtles. You're gonna know Reina likes turtles. You're gonna know that Chris likes crumpy and
Yes,
hip
I
hop.
love. Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna know that Vigo likes the Eagles. Okay. You're gonna know that DJ likes the guitar and so on. Okay. You don't have to buy an actual guitar. But a little paper with a little guitar. The point is, Chad brought me a guitar from Barcelona. Okay. So it was, yeah, it was a little guitar, a little thing, So anyway, you want to listen and observe. Depending on people, you're gonna notice that they dress a certain color. Or for example, if you really observe when it's time for birthdays or whatever, I know that Vanessa would never wear big old earrings or Esther. Okay? Have you ever observed? No. Okay. Observe. Okay, you need to observe. It's the same, all of you. Anyway, this is a long list. But if you listen and observe, this is not gonna be hard. Okay, it's not gonna be hard. And again, you don't have to spend money. You just have to pay attention, and you will see what those people like. And you need to be sensitive to the nature of some gifts, and I want to talk about that now. My question is, can you give anybody anything? Think about it. Can you give anybody anything?
Yes.
Should you know? Can you? Yes.
Okay, and the answer is you should not. You can, but you should not. And we're gonna talk about that. Okay. Everybody likes money, but some people can be offended when
Right.
you're
Yep.
right. Some people can be like, and some people will not take your money.
Yep.
Huh?
One time you can get money, but you need to talk.
It's too easy. Okay. You see how we think differently?
Maybe
So
the
Ross here
person
thinks
who's receiving the gift is different.
is it, and we go again. And that's why you need to be sensitive to if you're gonna give that gift. So now we know that Ross likes what?
Money.
It's his birthday. Give him $5. Okay. So now we know that Ross. Did you? Well, seriously, did you pay attention to this that just happened? Ross said everybody loves money. And if that has said, the person can think that you didn't put enough thinking on that gift. Okay? So obviously, because of my first birthday, you can give me the house some money, cash, it's okay. But did you see how this works? It all depends. It's not about what you think. It's about what that person feels, not even thinks, but feels, because that is that person's language. Obviously, we can tell whose love language that is. But you have to be sensitive to that person. So if the hash for me too, money is too easy. Unless you tell me what do you want, I say money because I have a goal of buying something because everybody knows I work and I make no paycheck. There's no payday for me. Okay. So when I want something, if Mother's Day is coming or whatever, and they ask me, I'll probably say money because I want to put the money together to buy, X or Y, whatever. Other than that, I'm gonna say whatever is good because I'm so happy with whatever, you know. Yeah, but chucks are expensive for some people. So, but that's the point, okay? Money can give the idea of, oh, that was easy. You didn't even think about it. That's easy. And we're gonna talk about that a little bit more. So, gift is the love language. Dime, yo siento un calor. Maybe es el proyector que estamos. Goodness. You all hot? Hot too? Yeah? No. Okay, Jimmy, put it like the first line. Can we see the air conditioner? The second line does not need it.
Sorry, that might be us.
Okay. So, gift is the easier language to learn. Okay? It's the easier language to learn. So, therefore, to speak. Okay? Eso es super fuerte. That's gonna like blow everything. That's very, very strong. The other one is better. Okay, everybody, buckle up.
Here we go. I'm about to get rid of
Yeah,
some
we'll be like,
people.
that's my goal. Okay. If you're not listening, watch your hair, the papers. I don't want to be on those Okay.
Is that good? After that, toes are gonna freeze.
Let me read back.
We put it
Okay.
in low. We put it in low.
You have a question? You do, but you don't? Okay. What? Oh, Mickey. Oh, okay. Yeah. I always forget about Mickey. Let's pass Mickey. Well, somebody broke candy. Mickey, pass Mickey. Pass Mickey quietly so we don't have to stop. Okay. Mickey doesn't talk, so you don't have to talk. Okay. Thank you, Valeria. See? Why is Mickey talking? Are you talking to Mickey? Okay, so let me tell you what's very important too. When you're doing this, okay, this is very easy if you listen and pay attention and you're sensitive, okay? For example, um, I have my children, don't tell my God. I have my children and all of this, and something very easy, something that will really get me is when somebody gives me something for my children. Even though it's not for me, it's like the sweetest thing when they come and hey, I thought about BJ. I got this. Or somebody brings a little. The other day, somebody brought a little Angry Bird thingy for Micah. It's like oh, So
And when I say four, you're like, okay,
uh-huh. Exactly. And then we go to Walmart and your face has to go Batman thingy and
no,
so,
that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, that wasn't it?
No.
Okay.
Why my mom like that?
She wasn't listening.
Oh. Okay. So the point is that sometimes you're thinking, well, this is so hard for this person. And as I was reading the book, I saw this story, and a coworker went, and he didn't know what to get for his boss, and she kept talking about how her son loves to collect baseball cards. So he went somewhere, I don't know anything about sports, don't ask me to remember, but he went to a famous baseball thing and he got the baseball card. So he came back and he told her, here, I thought about your son. So that was mega point. She was so excited because somebody thought not just of her, but your children, okay? So that's a very easy way also to talk this language to people. People collect things, people have favorite colors, people have favorite music, people have Specific cultures. Everybody knows that we love Asia and whatever comes from Asia. I'm just wow, the biggest thing. Okay, sushi. Only Lisa makes it. That's the sushi. Okay, so let's talk about this. You have to know what's too much or too little. Okay, and there are appropriate and inappropriate gifts. Can you guys see over there on the side? Yes? No? See? See? Okay. Okay. So, for example, anybody will say, "Well, that's so ungrateful. What do you mean too little?" Well, it's Christmas, and your parents got you a mug, that says "Merry Christmas, ho ho ho," and then they get your brother a motorcycle. Oh,
Oh.
oh. What does that say? What does that say?
They don't love you.
They don't love you? They got you mug,
They
man.
don't love you enough.
They don't love you enough.
Maybe to them
They
they
love
love
your brother
coffee,
more.
so the mug is more valuable.
Okay, so they love coffee. So they're loving you in their love language, not yours. And we need to speak your language.
Not the
Okay?
material value.
Mhm. Mhm. Now, does that say a lot? Too much or too little? And in our mind, we're thinking, oh, come on, a gift is a gift, whatever is good. But I assure you, if that happens in your house, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be, oh, my mom got me a whole boy for Christmas. And they got Josh a motorcycle. Really? You are not going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, you have something to say? Take it from him. Okay? That's the way it works. And we have to be honest, okay? If that happens, one of you said, that's messed up. I'm going to say thank you. But if that happens between me and my brother, I've been there. It is messed up. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay? That's messed up. You don't want that. And again, it's not how much the motorcycle was, but how thoughtful. Wow, he wants a motorcycle. So he gets one. Uh-huh. Okay? I want other stuff. So that tells you that gift is talking. That gift is kind of saying, well, I put all my money, all my energy, all my thought on this person, not on you. So it is gonna hurt. Let's be honest. Yes or no? Yes, it hurts. Okay. So, what about appropriate and inappropriate? What would be an inappropriate gift?
To give a woman a kitchen appliance.
To give a woman a kitchen appliance, okay. That's just telling her go to the kitchen and cook, right? So, for the record, don't give me a hug. Don't give me something for the kitchen. Okay. Yes. Yes.
I read it.
Miguel, what? A half-eaten sandwich. That would be very messed up. Okay. Half-eaten sandwich. Here's my sandwich. But I was thinking about you with the bowl. Yes, of course you were. Okay. What else? Would be inappropriate?
Deodorant.
Deodorant.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Japan and you don't have deodorant and it's a blessing from God, deodorant is inappropriate. Okay? Air freshener. So what? My house stinks? Reina.
Like say somebody has a sport that they really like and they get from the wrong team and be like, you don't even know like.
Okay, can you guys hear Reina?
What about a wig?
Okay, Reina's saying if somebody, you're really a fan of a sport, like everybody knows Jimmy's a cowboy, and then you come with a Redskins shirt, that, I mean, you had a good intention, but are you paying attention to this person?
What about a wig?
Okay, not really, Javier.
If you're a guy, they get your skirt.
You're Scottish. You can't Alright.
Well, Javier said to get a skirt to a guy. Okay, let me tell you what's very, very inappropriate.
Or maybe it's like
What can you give your teacher in school?
An apple.
An apple.
An
No,
apple.
that's typical.
Oh my God, an apple. Okay. What about Victoria's Secret to your teacher?
Oh.
Inappropriate, right? Very, very inappropriate.
I know, right?
She's hot and dirty that age.
Okay. So anyway, come back everybody. Yeah, my God. Come back here. There are appropriate gifts, and if you don't know what to get, make questions. Try something general, better general than going, and be appropriate. Now, my next question is, what happens if you get an inappropriate gift?
You smile and you say thank you.
You give it to the next person, Roses, Valeria.
You smile and you say thank
You
you.
put it in the attic.
You sell it.
You sell it.
You sell it.
You
Throw it
guys,
on the floor because it's the ball.
you try to make
You
you
try
try to
to.
make use out of it in a different way.
Okay. But you guys, I'm not talking about it wasn't pretty or it wasn't right. I'm talking about inappropriate.
Oh, what's your favorite? It depends on what kind of
Somebody
console
comes
you're
to me with a baby doll.
You smile and you say thank you.
Wait, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm a woman and a guy, 20-ish, comes and brings me a baby doll.
I'll break his neck.
Oh.
What is that saying? What is that saying?
I don't know what that is.
Childish? More than childish. Very inappropriate. Okay? So before I move on, we have the right to say, listen, if you accept that gift, thinking you're nice, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Don't be too nice. You have the right, and it should be, if it's something that inappropriate, it should be okay for you to say, thank you, but I cannot accept this. You don't know what a baby doll is? It's sleep lingerie. It's lingerie.
Oh!
Lingerie, you guys, lingerie.
I'm like,
Okay, well, baby doll is lingerie. Thank you, Danny. And lingerie, you don't need. I was trying to figure out why were you guys so okay with that. I was like,
Talking about like a little Barbie.
okay, no. It's lingerie. Okay, intimate clothes, light wearing, whatever you say. Okay, I'm talking about that. Okay, so that is inappropriate. Okay, now you got me.
Yeah.
Okay. You get that I mean.
you're welcome.
I did not imagine that. You guys didn't know that's right. Okay. So that is inappropriate, okay? So you do have okay, so now do you have the right to say no but thank you? Right. Okay. No but thank you. Whether you're married or not, that doesn't matter. No boy has no business giving you that. Period. Okay? No. Okay? So when you get an inappropriate gift, okay, you really need to stop it because it says a lot if you accept that. What about somebody coming and say, oh, you just met them, but I like you so much, and you get a $600 gift card, dollars gift card.
It depends on what
I would
it's for.
so love that.
Thank you. That is for nothing. Reina, this guy just came to New Year's 2 weeks ago, and it's Christmas exchange, and he just feels like giving you this whole bunch of money.
Wait, question.
Okay. There are many things. There are many things that are questionable, and you have to be very careful accepting these things. Okay, because exactly. For some people, If this is not their love language, oh, they are strings attached. Also, what do you mean you don't want to talk to me? And you got my money and you didn't complain. Oh, you got my expensive ring and you didn't complain. That is talking. The gift is talking. You gotta be careful. As much as you like or want or need the money, you gotta be very, very careful. Are we clear? Okay. Okay. Now, you need to know the type of relationship you have with that person in order to give you a gift, to give them a gift. So I think that's clear, okay? You want to know that they really put thought on that gift, or you want to know that, hey, it's someone I just met, but I just want you to know that I care, and, that's fine, okay? It's a birthday, so whatever, everybody has gifts and all of that. But you got to be careful because your gifts are sending messages, okay? Your gift space. Now, give that money.
Don't be spending.
But what's the thing you want here?
I spent all my money on my dad.
You spent all your money on your dad?
I
Is your dad is your dad's love language gift? Oh, well, yeah. But do you have an idea what's his love language? Your dad? Is what? Is gift.
Done.
Is gift. Okay, we have a primary love language and then a second one. Okay, well, listen, you guys. If you don't have the money and that person's love language is gift, well, again, it's not about the money, right? So you give them what you have. But if that person knows that you are able to buy a little something and you don't buy it, guess what? What are you telling them? I don't care enough. I don't care enough about you. Okay? Again, like me, everybody knows I have no money. Okay? So almost everybody's very happy when they run by because they know that I don't have any money. So you're talking to someone that have money, that you know that this person is always buying things, they got good stuff, they have, you know the person. I'm not talking about whoever person. I'm talking about close relationships, okay? And it's your anniversary, it's your birthday, it's Christmas. Let's say that boyfriend, that girlfriend, your parents, they give you whatever, that tells you a lot. That can hurt your feelings. It's the same the opposite way. If you do have the money, invest it because you're not investing in a gift. You're investing in that relationship. Are we clear? No? You did it like that. Yes? No? So much silence all of a sudden. So you all think that you just buy cheap things and it's okay?
I think you can.
Five below?
I think you can get really creative and put more thought into it and buy something that's less money and it's still be an amazing gift for them. But you got so creative about it that
You thought about it.
yeah, like it doesn't have to be something expensive. Like take somebody who has a lot of money and they have everything that they want and need, and you can buy them something that's more thoughtful and sentimental and
They're expensive. Okay. The opposite way of this is what we call counterfeit gifts. And I've seen this a lot with parents that we say counterfeit gifts. Okay. First of all, a coach back from Korea. Okay. Oh. Okay. Listen to this, you guys. Listen to this. Listen to this. Are we here in the back? Hello, back there. Listen to this. I've heard parents, so don't do it when you become a parent. Don't do it to your wife or husband, okay? I said, well, you know what? I'm talking to a parent. I really need you should be there. Oh, it's okay. I'll buy them this great thing later and he'll forget about it. No, they don't. No, they don't. I really, really believe you should make an effort to come to graduation. Oh, it's okay. I'll throw her a party later and she'll be happy. Oh, she's gonna be happy with the party, but she's not gonna forget that you did not come to graduation. You know what I'm saying? The whole that's a counterfeit gift. Actually, the definition of counterfeit is a fraud. Sorry, help me here. Fraudulent, a fraudulent imitation of something else, an imitation of something valuable. Okay? Mom, dad, whoever, I really, really want you to be there, or sometimes you don't even say it, but you really would like that person to be there for whatever. Okay? They don't show up, but you go home and you find a gift. Now tell me honestly, what does that make you feel? Silent. Yes.
I guess kind of like less valuable.
Less valuable. Reina? That they didn't make it to whatever event was important for you, but then you come home and you find a gift. Or eventually they give you a gift.
Well, I mean, it just to me it would seem like they don't care. Like they think that they can get away with.
They can get away with whatever, okay? That is what is called a counterfeit gift. Jeremy.
I would feel like embarrassed if it's like your graduation and like somebody actually really expected you to show up and like you see like people's friends or whatever, like they our parents or whatever.
And they're asking,
Yeah, and they're like, and then they're like, oh, they didn't come. I guess that's like bad. Even if you get a gift, that's like, kind of like, just losing out.
right?
I think you would be there.
I'm coming, Valeria. And let me tell you this, I'm not talking about, I was pushing Micah while we had a thing in school. Hello. I'm not talking about military parents that does not have an option. Okay? I'm talking about you do have the option to be here for me. And you choose not to. And then you give me a gift. You know what? Don't show up and don't give me a gift. You know what I'm saying? Valeria.
I don't think it's
Big deal for you?
not a big deal, but I think like, I would be more understanding about it, not be so mean like, okay, you didn't come through for me, kids, I don't want
Oh, no. Nobody's saying that you're going to say that.
yeah,
You feel that way.
yeah, but I don't think it would be like that.
It's not for
That
you.
level.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to understand like you have to do stuff.
Okay. So if it's your graduation and your parents have to go work, you will understand.
If you really need the money, that guy that you go to work for it, then I would understand.
What? Okay, but we're talking about they don't have to. They
They
chose
don't have
to.
to go with it. It's like if they have a reason why they don't go, they're like what if they don't have that job and then they can't pay the rent? You have to be understanding about it.
Exactly. So that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when they do have the choice and they choose not to, and then they want to give you a gift. It's not fair, you know. My father was not at my graduation. He could not come from Japan. That was fine with me. You know what I'm saying? That was fine. But we're talking about when people choose not to be there for you, no real reason, and then they want to give you a gift. If I am sick and I could not make it, but I'm so sad, I was so sick, but I got you this anyway. That's a different story. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a counter gift, and probably you guys are not getting that, and that's very good to hear. But a counterfeit gifts, I've heard it from many, many, especially kids. Okay, well, and the parties where you tell the person, well, why don't you try? You know, why don't you find someone? Why don't you? No. I'll send flowers. They can be there, but they are not. So if that's not the case, that is perfect. But I'm talking about when this is the case, and there are important people in your life that should be there, that could be there, chose not to, and buy a gift. That is a counterfeit gift. Okay? It talks, if you guys want to learn about it, it talks more about it in the book. If you guys have the book, it talks about it on page 63, 64, and those pages. Okay? So that one. Now, let's move on. Recognizing the speakers, and we talked about this, so we're going to go to the next one. Now, it's very important. it seems like many of us do not speak this language. Who speaks this language? Gifts. No one here? Oh, yeah. Wait.
I had zero.
1, 2, 3. You got 0. Me too. I had 0 there. 4. What? You like to give more than receive. Okay. Then, Raina?
I was gonna say, I feel like the way that you show love is different than the way that you receive
Yes.
love.
Yes. And then we were talking with Tammy the other day. Okay.
Because I like to give things more.
Well, listen. Listen to this. Listen to this. Let's read the English and Spanish again, so it's easier to understand. I can speak English, not 100%. There are words that I have to look up my accent. Certain words I am limited because I don't know the word when I want to say something. So I can speak Spanish better than English, but if you speak Spanish to me, I'm gonna understand you probably better than if you speak English to me. Okay, so it's the same with the love languages. You will probably speak and give more in a specific way, and then you receive probably in a different way. Okay, but not necessarily. Most of the time, we speak and listen the same way. Okay, but it could be that many of us, like when I did my test and when I go through my own discussing in my house our languages, is I'm confused about mine because I like to give gifts. I'm crazy when they give me whatever, a candy or whatever. I am very big on words of affirmation. I am huge and having the time one on one. So we can thank you. I love it too. We can speak a language and we can talk another language, but there's always a mix of it. Okay. Now, when this person speaks this gift, so it's obvious, like Valeria. Obviously, that's not your language, right, Valerie?
Which one?
Gifts. That is not our language. So for her, it's not a biggie. Okay. But the person that do speak this language and any other language, you can be doing everything possible for them. But if you do not touch and speak this language, they feel like they don't receive love. Do you hear me? For example, let's say any other language that makes more sense for you because it looks like only 3 of you speak this language. Words of affirmation. How many know words of affirmation?
Quality time.
What do you guys speak?
Quality
time?
time.
Quality time?
Everybody.
3?
Everybody.
3 of everything? Where's the rest?
Everybody.
Okay. Okay. So let's use quality time. Let's use quality time. So I give you a gift. I tell you how great you are, but I never have time for you.
That's not gonna work.
I see this on your faces. Do you know what I'm saying? If you speak quality time, I can give you gifts. I can tell you how wonderful you are, but I don't have time for you. I never have time for you. What does that tell you? Okay? Okay? Unimportant. Okay? So you understand what I'm saying? You can do everything you do for that person, but you need to speak their language for them to really feel how valuable they are for you and how loved. Really feel loved. You know what I'm saying? You can do all the rest, and that's nice and that's good, but you cannot miss their language. Other than that, they will not feel all of this. Okay? And we already talked about value. It's not the price, it's how valuable the gift is. And you know how we all say it is thought that counts? But for these people, put your thoughts into action. Again, you don't have to buy anything. Write me something on a paper and give it to me. That's what they think. And don't get me wrong, this is not my language. I'm just using me, okay, as an example. That's what these people think. No, it's not thought that counts. I don't see anything. Get a little paper, draw a butterfly, and say, here, I'm thinking about it. Okay? Whoa, butterfly. I'm sure you get a lot of butterflies with you girls. So we're gonna finish this language and But this is the conclusion. You want to read this? Go ahead.
The monetary value of the gift is not relevant. It's the meaning that is more important. A rock on a walk, a petal of a rose, a dirty teddy bear.
Okay, you hear this? The book is saying about this story of this girl. She was walking with dad. Okay, and as they were walking, the dad was talking about his temple, and he gave her a rock. That was on the way, and she kept that rock. Huh? Memories. She kept that rock. And then when she got married, there was this other girl that had teddy bears, and the husband is complaining, "What about all these teddy bears? I'm not gonna be sleeping with all these people because the teddy bears had names." It was so valuable for her because she knew who gave her the teddy bear and when. So it was not about the teddy bears. They were all old and dirty and whatever. It was not the teddy bear. It was the meaning of those teddy bears. Okay? So that is the conclusion for that language. Do you guys have your connected dots?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
You didn't get one? Okay. Jenny, ¿me puedes dar los connected dots de ahí atrás? Do you guys, are you guys doing them? If you're not doing it, then it's not really, doesn't make any difference. If you're actually connecting the dots and taking the time to say, okay, this person that I care for and love for speaks this language, and I can do this for them and keep it as a reminder, then it makes a lot of sense. I made a list. I'm making a list in my house. So once in a while, I'm gonna look because, like I said before, everybody speaks a different language in my house. So I have to do this with Vijay and this with my and this with Naomi and this with Jimmy. I don't want to forget because none of them speak my language. So I'll be like, not showing love. Ahí están las tablitas. Read it again. Huh? It's falling. It's slipping. And it's annoying. Yeah, it's going down. It's like, shh. I can't do that. I cannot have the hair on my face. Uh-huh. Okay, and you like listen. When this might not be important for us when we're talking about, something. But what happens if this is your children love language? And like for example, like Valeria saying, well, let's say she has her kids and she's thinking, well, I can't make it. I have to pay the rent. And for their children, that's what they need. They need you to make it and lose $50 today. You know what I'm saying? There's the how do you call that? Clipboards. Clipboards. And we still have some tests for the one of you that have not taken the test. I'm a relax. I'm a take it out. Yes, baby.
Are we supposed to put like the first person in their mom?
Not yet with the number.
Yeah, no. Number one.
Like in every language, if the number one is your mom, then in every language, the number one, you put what can you do on that language for your mom.
So in every language, I have to ask a certain if I'm getting something for my mom.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Unless if you already know what your mom's language is, I mean you can always do a little gift and you can always do service, but you want to spend most of your time speaking her language.
Okay.
That's for you. Just keep track. Like, Jenny, dame uno. That's it. For example, here it says connected dots, right? So we list the people, for example, Lisa, Hannah, and Lydia, right? If they are 1, 2, 3, then when we talk about already words of affirmation, Lika's number one here, so what's the confirmation? The number one is gonna be Lika. What can you tell her? That during the week, and then with after service, what can you do for her? And give, what can you give her, and so on. So the person that is number one is the number one in all the languages. The person that you put number two is the number two in all the languages. But again, let me tell you, just to save you energy and frustration. Remember what Amanda said last week? Amanda said that she does everything for her mother and she feels like she's tired because it's never enough. So I told her, stop trying so much, buying gifts, doing that, doing whatever, telling her pretty things because her mother's love language is service, act of service. So I was like, stop it. Just go and tell her, Mom, what can I do for you? And it's easier. She's going to take that like, whoa, the most wonderful thing. Because that's my language too. I know how it works. Okay, I'm a beaver too, so it was kind of small. Yeah, the bomba. Okay. Okay, you guys, you connecting the dots? Yes. Okay. You let me know. Do you have questions? I see faces like, Sammy.
Under each love language, you put number one, you put who your number one is, that's what you can.
Right. If Dolores is number one, then in number one of words of affirmation, what can you tell her?
Okay.
In number one of acts of service, what can you do for her?
Okay.
And so on.
Number six.
Let me know when you're done because I want to read this quote from the book for the gifts. You need another pen? Okay, you guys done? Come on, we have to move on. Alright. Okay, we're gonna move on. Let me explain something to you guys. When I was gonna have my first baby, are you guys here? Okay. When I was gonna have my first baby, my mother, my biological mother, of course knew about it, right? And then look at this. And then she had vacations for that time. My sister was offering to Valerie. Okay, this is this. My sister offered to pay for her ticket to come to Virginia, and she decided to go with her vacation and her money to a cruise in the Caribbean. When we are from the Caribbean, first of all, and everything was paid for. Okay, and the day before I had B-Day, I received a super mega huge box of all kind of things for my baby boy. That is a counterfeit gift. Okay? She could come with me. She was off. She had everything paid for, and she said, I don't think so. She can push her baby on her own. I'm going on vacation. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. My dad could not be on my high school graduation, but he didn't have $2,000 to come from Japan. He did not choose to, oh, I'm going to the States, but I'm not gonna go to graduation to sit there for 40,000 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I know that most of us, not all of us, but most of us here have grown with that situation where our parents miss out on whatever because they have to work. Okay? They have to go and make the money. You know, they can be literally fired if they don't go. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having the choice to not be there for you and then, want to, cover it with the gift. That's what I'm talking about. The book says this. The counterfeit gift is designed, listen to this, it is designed to take the place of true love, often given when we are too busy or absent to take the time to talk our loved one's language of love. With this gift, we try to make up for the deficit by giving extra gifts. When this happens, there is a deficit in that person, and they try to make it up with money or an actual gift. So again, pay attention for loved ones, pay attention for your children. Okay? Are we done? We connect the dots, moving to the next one?
Touch,
Yes?
touch.
What?
Touch.
Okay. Spend touching, touching, touching. Let me touch you. Touching.
I love language.
Okay. That's BJ's love language. And Micah. Okay. And Bigos. Okay. Who else is love language? Who else? What's your love language, Miguel? Does it have to be with touch? Okay. Listen, you guys. Touch is not hug me, kiss me. Okay? Especially boys. Listen to this. When you like the playing around and the wrestling and the whole, have you seen BJ when we are done here? That's the same we get at home. Okay? The whole, wrestling and being physical, that is touch too. It's not that you are all kissy and all. That's not what we're talking about. Okay? Yes, because my boys are boys. And their languages, Micah too. Have you seen Micah when you come to the house and he hits you and he runs away and all of that? His language also is touch. So yes, I have boys and they speak touch. So listen to this. This is your brain.
My brain's
Okay. Yes. It has purple. This is our brain. Okay. So let me explain this. Well, this is everything, okay? This is the class we talk about the judgment. That is literally how you process your judgment. So that's why literally when you have an accident or something, you lose judgment. So that's true. That's the way the brain works. But, okay, of your five senses, out of your five senses, do you see taste, smell, hearing, vision, and look how big it goes almost across your brain. Is the touch sense? Why is that?
Your eyes are smaller than your skin.
We covered the whole body.
Okay. So what happens? Yes. So it makes perfect sense. Okay. When anything, and look at this, very important. Anything touches you, your body touches you on your leg, wherever it touches you. Your body sends a message to your brain, and your brain can identify if that was a good or bad touch. Since you are born. Since you are born. So when you have a baby, okay, they don't even know what's going on in life, and you smack him, okay, and or you touch him inappropriately, since it's a baby, it doesn't matter. The brain recognizes if that was positive or negative. That's why a lot of people have certain kind of traumas, and when you ask them, they say, "I don't remember," because maybe it happened from before when they didn't have enough memory. You know, we start remembering when we're from we're 2 or 3, and so on. Okay, well, if something happened when you were 2 days old, if something happens when you were 10 months, you won't remember consciously, but your brain received it. Now, child development research got to the conclusion that babies who are held, hugged, and touched tenderly develop healthier emotional lives than those who are left for long periods of time without physical contact. Okay? Touch is very important. Because even if they did anything to you on your leg, you know it was wrong. Okay? And it was good or bad. When we say the word touch, physical touch, what quickly comes to our mind? Hmm? A hug? Okay. Huh? Holding hands? Huh? Kiss? Bigger? Huh? A punch? A punch?
A nice one.
Wrestling each other? Okay. That's touch. Okay. Whether it's positive or negative, that's still touch. Okay. Now, what happens? Many of us remember Janice how she said, "I'll throw the cake, but don't touch me. Don't hug me. You know, do you like this? Here." Okay. Okay. My dad is like that. My dad is like that too. He will not come and hug you and kiss you and none of that. Okay. Touch is not his language at all. So what happens is this: you can learn how to cope with this, okay? But that does not mean that you don't need it. Why do I hear so much talking in the back? Okay, the words. Okay, so because sometimes what happens is this: we don't receive physical touch enough, so we grow up this way. So we think it's okay to not give it. And then you marry this person that whether the it doesn't matter if this is your primary language or not. We all need some kind of physical touch. Okay? And then you know my grandma, my beautiful angel that raised me, my mother, she will not kiss me. Okay? She will not kiss or hug or none of that until very late in life when she learned that, okay? So, because we learn to live this way, does not mean at all that we do not need this. This is the result of it. When you are lacking physical touch, you are lacking emotional health. Are we clear? Okay. So, if this is your case, like my case, we have to work on it because you're gonna be parents one day. Before being parents, you're gonna be a spouse. And that's the way I am, that doesn't work with your wife or your husband. It does not work. I did not learn that, so I'm not so kissy nothing, and my boys in my house are. So I had to learn to give this to them. You know, I was raised that way. That is not an excuse when you love a person. Okay? That does not make you a bad person, but they're being ¿cómo se dice? Lo estás privando. Depriving. You are depriving them from this, okay? So, sometimes we don't want to talk about touch because we think sexual, okay? Touch, we quickly think about sexual things. Every touch is not a sexual thing, okay? Every hug does not mean I like you. Every kiss does not mean necessarily that. So, in order for you Ujú. ¿Te dio o no digo?
go, you're a lifesaver. Northern Virginia PD!
You saved a life.
Northern Virginia Police Department!
Are you okay, Rodrigo? You good? Sure?
Hey, Rodrigo, you need a
Oh
hug?
my God. That's good. Hi, baby. Really?
Yeah, all of these.
Oh my God. He wants to rush. Dale un hug a Ross. Ya, venga, dale un hug. Yes, he does. He does. You good? Man, Cassie, what do you have to push that? Oh, wow. What happened? Dale, give me, ya la tengo, ya la tengo. I'm so happy you were sitting there and not right there. Sure? Let me hug you. I'll go there and hug you and kiss you. Stay away, Robert. That's not my love language. Don't be kissing me. We go on. Okay. Let's go on. Okay, you guys, let's finish this. So, okay, Dutch is your language. Okay. Yeah, thank God, nothing happened. Now, let's finish this. Your church speaks like every other language, and listen to this. As much as it is important as it is when you give someone a hug or a kiss or a good job, all of that, your distance also speaks. Okay? So, if you are super into don't touch me, don't come close to me, try to find some way, this is okay to do. Okay? But don't be flirting now. Okay? But it has a psychological effect. Do you hear me? It has a psychological effect. So I'm gonna run through this because it's late, but it also has a psychological importance. Touch, speak. Pat on the shoulder says what?
Good
Good
job.
job. Or
you got something on your shoulder.
okay. A hug says
I love you.
I love you.
what about I don't know you and
I
people
love
come
you.
to the door and I hug them. What am I
That's
saying?
just weird. That means you're weird.
I said that. What is weird?
You
What
are
is weird?
weird.
Why is he hugging me? Okay? It says, I accept you. You are welcome. Okay? It could be a cultural thing, too. A handshake says,
Hi. Hello.
hello, nice to meet you. Keep your distance. I don't know you yet. Okay? A soft touch. I walk by and I go like this and I keep walking because there's so many kids that I have to talk to. I recognize. I acknowledge you are here. I also care. What happens when you go to a funeral? Do you go like in a funeral? What do you do in a funeral? About touch. About touch. Soft touch. Soft touch. Okay. Soft hug. Okay, a caring hug. Okay, so touch speaks, but this can send a message too. You can say, yes, it's an ouch, okay? Because when I go and I say, hey, maybe I'm not even gonna hug you, but you like, don't even get close to me. That sends a message, especially to your loved ones, okay? When your father or whoever you love never wants to love on you, never wants to hug you, never wants to, don't even come close, it sends a message. And actually, around people we know, it can actually send very negative messages. Like some people has come to me and be like, what is wrong with this person? Do I smell? Do I stink? What is the problem? Do I have bad breath? If that is the person's love language, you can be really sending a very bad message. Okay? Hi, Deviel, what? Okay? And of course, we need to finish. Touches are not equal. There are appropriate touch, inappropriate touch, implicit touch, explicit touch. For example, Bill. What? Yes. Well, we all kind of understand what is inappropriate or appropriate. Okay. And let me tell you guys, it's very inappropriate. And I'm gonna be very honest to you guys, young people. Listen to me, boys. Even if the girl is showing her cleavage, it's very inappropriate to do this. No. Okay. Listen. As it speaks about her, because she needs to cover herself. Shut. Just grow so close. Ven acá. Ven acá. Okay. He's a boy. I'm a girl. Okay. Well, with the bill, I can do whatever I want. But you know what I'm saying? You have to be careful. You have to be careful because a woman can feel like which is wrong, but they can feel like I can show whatever I want. That doesn't mean you touch me. Okay, and the whole front thing and the whole and all of that. That is not appropriate. That makes people very uncomfortable, and not just the person, but the person that are looking. Okay, of course, inappropriate could be many other things when we talk about sexual things. Implicit touch is the touch that only takes a moment, like that shoulder thing. You don't have to come and kiss me and hug me for half an hour, smell me if I'm thinking, none of that. Just a touch. Hey, Wally, how are you? Somebody comes here, hey, it was nice seeing you. Okay? And the explicit touch, the explicit touch is the one that you purposely give. Like, for example, my husband gets home and I'm not touched, that's not my language, but when his feet hurts, he says, can you give me a massage? That is explicit touch. So I give him a massage. I do not like it, but I do it for him because that's his language. So I do it for him. You know what I'm saying? You take the time to do that. When I say give me a massage, and he's like, oh, but then he comes and he does it for me. Okay? So that's the explicit touch. If your loved one speaks that language, whatever they need, you should be there for them. And I'm not gonna go into the whole sexual thing because it's very late. Well, it's not super late, but it's late. It's time to finish. Yes. So I'm just gonna say one thing. Physical touch is powerful. Listen to me. Physical touch is powerful, positive or negative. If touch is not your language, you get very uncomfortable even talking about it. Yes or no? If physical touch is not your language, you get very uncomfortable, you don't want to hear about it. Nobody has to come close to me. Nobody has to, this is my way, all of that. But we have to be careful once again because this isn't about your language. This is about somebody else's language. So eventually, your children, they don't have to do that. This does not have to be their primary language. They are going to need hugs and kisses and touch, okay? Other than that, I was reading, a human being was created to be touched. So when there's no touch, there's isolation. There's no contact. There's no warmth, okay? So we need to work on this. And to finish it, I'm going to share with you who knows about the sexual revolution in abroad, of course. Nobody. Nobody. I was expecting all of you to jump. Okay. So, Freud had the concept of sexuality.
Freud.
No, not Freud.
Freud. Freud. Yeah.
Freud.
Freud.
Isn't it Freud?
Freud.
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 That's right.
Okay. Okay, so who knows about the sexual revolution? Okay, no one still. Okay, so to make it short, he thought, listen to this is the way we have been treated. Yes.
Wasn't it like everything that we knew about is sexually
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Everything that is sexual, whatever, this is his thing. If you want to eat, yes, pro eat. If you want to eat, if you're hungry, you eat. If you're thirsty, you drink. If you want to have sex, have it. Really. That's an animal. And not even because I got my doggy out and calm down. Okay? Okay? So, listen to this. For you guys that go to college or will find this has not been validated by research in the past 50 years. He said whatever he wanted to say. That is not true. When we're talking about sexual touch, that is private, that is intimate, and it's not like I'm hungry, let me eat. It is not. You will get damaged and the other person too. Okay? So I will probably talk about dating and other things and sexual things later. But sex is not a biological need at the same level as thirst and hunger. It is not. Do you hear me? It is not, and it is not proven whatever he said. Actually, his own student, Sorokin, whoever this is, this guy, Fearing Sorokin, he said, that we have been treated, he said, sex has been reduced to, well, one word, mere population. Okay, so if I need touch and everything becomes sexual, I'll just get it, and that's it, and I'm satisfied. That is wrong, okay? That is wrong. To finish and skip, I'm gonna, I'm not gonna go through that. I'm gonna finish with this, okay? When we talk about touch, there's a lot more when it comes about intimacy and sexual things and all of that. But I want to tell you tonight, do not allow any kind of touch that turns into something sexual. When you're uncomfortable, that means something. Somebody's touching you in a way that you don't like it, that means something. And when that happens, even when you have your partner, do not allow to be sexually abused just because of emotional desperation for emotional love. Touch does not replace love. We have an emotional need. You hear me? We have an emotional need, and that is why it's important to be able to be touched in a healthy way. Other than that, you grow up feeling that you're lacking that connection, so it turns into a sexual thing. Are we clear? Questions? Russ.
This is such a serious thing. I'm in the military, and every year we have to have annual training
Mhm.
on sexual assault, sexual abuse, all this, because it's such a problem in the military.
Mhm. Yeah, because many things could be inappropriate or it could become a my God, it could be it becomes a sexual harassment or whatever, and that's why even when you're working, even us, and that's not light for us. Like we have to be very careful the way we give you a hug or play around or whatever, because anybody can say, hey, they touched me inappropriately. Oh, they pretended they were playing. No, we have to be careful about all these things. And now let me tell you, you have to be careful about that. And I urge you, God created you as a baby. Someone to carry you, hug you, give you all of that. If we are lacking that, we will look for it anyways because we need it. But we will look in the wrong places. And let me tell you more. This is what's gonna happen. It's gonna turn into a sexual thing, and you're gonna still feel the void. Do you hear me?
There's
You're
no
gonna
love.
still feel the void because it's not enough because it wasn't sexual. It was emotional. It was an emotional need, and we turned it into a sexual thing. And then you have sex, and then you get married, and you even can do whatever you want every day, and still you have an emptiness because it was not about sex. It is an emotional need. Okay? So I guess I'll give another class about dating and appropriate things and inappropriate things and all that. But we're gonna close tonight because it's time. This is it for the love languages. Okay? If you did not come on Saturday, we made this for you about the love tank. Okay? Yes. And you can have one. Yes. And it's about getting your love tank full. Okay, you guys? So to conclude, right? To conclude, we need to have our love tank full, and the only way to do it is, Micah, excuse me. As you love others, as you give, you will receive. Okay? As you love, you will receive. So we're done. Okay, any question, anything before we close? No? Nothing. Okay, then we're done. Ah, the what? Ya le dije. Okay, you guys, we're done. Next Friday we go to regular. Um,